MarkE Industries designs and manufactures products to simplify the art of tile installation. Pre-pitch, quick pitch, curb perfect, and our Goof-proof shower seat all help the professional and do-it-yourselfers alike achieve quality results with speed, accuracy, and confidence. The following video will show you how these products perform on a concrete subfloor using a vinyl pan liner as the waterproofing method. Once the size and shape of your shower has been established, you must start with a properly prepared shower stall area. This particular shower will receive a corner seat, so the addition of blocking between the wall studs will be necessary to increase structural support strength. Where to position the blocking is based on only a few key factors. 1. We recommend an average height of approximately 19 inches above the finished shower floor. 2. Mud bed thickness should total an average of 3 inches. And 3. The 2x6 blocking should be 2 inches above the seat's top edge. This sets the mark at 2 feet or 24 inches above the subfloor. If a different seat height is desired, or the shower is larger than the average, adjust this mark accordingly. Refer to the instruction sheet for additional information. Next, check the floor area to determine how flat and level the concrete might be. A leveling compound may be necessary to flatten the area and eliminate drain crowning. The body of the 3-piece shower drain assembly should be installed no higher than 1/8 inch above the subfloor and must be level. This is very important because if the drain is angled or out of level, the finished floor will greatly enhance this fact, causing an unsightly and unpleasing effect on the tile that surrounds the floor drain riser and affecting the draining of the shower floor. The waterproofing liner is a sheet of 40mm vinyl material that is used to control the huge amount of water that annually falls onto a shower floor. Mud beds are the sloped area underneath the floor tile and consist of 1 part Portland cement to 4 parts clean sand. All shower floor mud beds permeate water. If they didn't, there wouldn't be the need for a liner. The water that passes through this mud bed and contacts the liner must be directed toward the drain to escape out the drain's weep holes. This creates a properly functioning pan. If the liner is not pre-pitched, water could pond between the bottom of the mud bed and the liner. This problem causes many of the mold and mildew-related issues facing our industry today. Pre-pitch is our first product to be installed. Pre-pitch is a unique tool that creates the proper subfloor pitch needed underneath the pan liner to manipulate water flow towards the weep holes that are an integral part of shower floor drains. Begin installing pre-pitch by first determining if the subfloor is level and how many sticks will be needed to accommodate the floor's particular shape. Reverse mark each stick that needs to be cut to length. If the wall is farther than 3 feet from the drain, extended pre-pitch sticks are available. Cut with PVC pipe cutters, hacksaw, or a dry diamond blade grinder. Stick ends should be spaced within 2.5 feet to make screeding easier. Use the supplied 2-sided tape to hold the pre-pitch sticks in place while the area is being filled with mud. Mix mud slightly wetter than a dry pack type mixture. This will yield better results for the thin fill close to the drain. Screed each cell full and allow to set. After pre-pitch has set properly, the liner can now be installed. As a rule, the liner and any wallboard screws or nails should not be lower than 3 inches above the top of the shower curb. This creates an above-ground swimming pool type effect to control the large amount of shower water flow. This also eliminates unwanted holes that would allow water seepage into the wall cavity during normal shower use. Lay out the liner on the shower floor, allowing for the correct amount of material up the walls and to wrap over the curb. Particular attention should be made where the liner and the bottom drain flange meet. A 1/4-inch bead of plumber's putty between the flange bolts and the outer edge of the bottom flange under the liner will guarantee water will not get back up under the liner, creating a permanent seal. Locate the bolt heads and make a small X on top of the bolts. Push the bolts through the liner. Then make about a 1-inch relief cut in the liner centered over the drain hole. This will minimize liner rippling when the clamping flange is fastened. Attach and tighten the clamping flange down securely. And cut away the excess liner material. Staple, screw, or nail the liner up, and fold the corners in a way that will not affect the wall boards. Bunched up liner in the corners will kick the wall boards out of plumb. Keep multiple layers under and away from the wall boards. Fasten the liner on the outside wall of the curb only. And trim off the excess. To ensure the pan liner has been installed properly and will not leak, a water test is recommended prior to mud and tile. This can be done by positioning a plug into the pipe that the drain body is glued to, bypassing the weep holes. Pour a small amount of water on top of the plug to check the seal. When satisfied the plug is holding, fill the pan with at least a 1/2 inch of water above the highest point in the floor, which are the corners. Let stand overnight. If no water has escaped, you are ready for the next step. First, protect the liner by covering it with a protective pad. Hang the moisture barrier by starting on one side of the shower stall and working your way around along the top of the walls first. Let the plastic hang down to the floor. Check the corners as you staple to make sure it's not being pulled too tight. Make the cutouts for the valve and shower head. And trim away the excess plastic 4 inches up from the floor. Use the minimum amount of staples necessary to secure the plastic to the studs. Curb Perfect is a stay-in-place plastic form designed to eliminate the possibility of any nails puncturing the liner on the top or inside wall of shower curbs. Curb Perfect is attached on the outside of the curb only, eliminating any water intrusion to the stacked 2x4s that comprise the curb. With the supplied screws, assemble 2 vertical curb sections first. It is not until the top piece is attached that the inside and outside walls of the curb are determined. Arrows point in the direction of the downward pitch that is built into the top section. Keep all edges flush. Trim off the inside leg with a grinder, hacksaw, or jigsaw to account for the pre-pitch. When faced with a multiple angled curb, cutting Curb Perfect is relatively simple. The front section of the wood curb is on a 45-degree angle in relation to the 2 side curbs, so the cut becomes a 22.5-degree angle, half of 45. Start with the middle cut first, then the next pieces on the opposing ends. When satisfied with all cuts, secure Curb Perfect to the outside wall with 1.5-inch galvanized roofing nails. If Curb Perfect seems wobbly or not very rigid at this time, there is no cause for concern. After the curb and the mud bed have been filled and allowed to harden, they become a solid, continuous cement backer for the finishing tile or stone. The mud work on the curb is usually done just after the floor's mud bed goes in, and its consistency is the same as used for pre-pitch. Cut and hang wallboards, notching around the curb, and attach with manufacturer-approved screws or nails. After all the boards are up, use an alkali-resistant joint tape and mud all the joints with a thin-set mortar. Quick Pitch is a stay-in-place screeding guide system that guarantees properly pitched shower floors every time. The recommended 1/4 fall per foot is built into each 3-foot-long stick, creating a very comfortably pitched floor that is easier to tile and will never cause a floor to hold water or produce puddles. If a wall is further than 3 feet away from the drain, extended sticks are available, effectively accommodating up to a 12 by 12 room with a centered drain. Like pre-pitch, we suggest to keep the end of each stick generally within 2.5 feet of each other for simpler screeding. Installation begins with the center ring centered over the drain hole on top of the clamping flange bolts. The ring rests on these bolts to create the minimum 1.5-inch thick mud bed. Reverse mark the sticks and cut with your tool of choice. Once all the quick pitch sticks are in place, install a weep hole protector under the center ring on top of the bolt heads. Screw on the drain riser to lock everything down. Protect the drain top with tape to keep it clean and keep out debris. Start filling with mud furthest from the exit. Screed to the top of the sticks. Finish by filling the curb full. Let dry overnight before setting tile. New construction. After wall boards are installed, relocate and mark the position of the blocking. The top edge of the seat should be 2 inches below this mark. This guarantees that screws are properly placed for strength into the blocking. A continuous bead of an adhesive caulk is to be applied on the back sides of the seat, where the seat contacts the wallboard. Level the seat using incorporated bubble vials and screw seat through the wallboard into the blocking. The seat surface has been pre-sloped to ensure water runoff. The bubble vials have accounted for this and should read level after installation. Using latex-modified thin-set mortar, skim coat the top and front of the seat before setting the tile with the same mortar. After setting the seat tile, continue the wall tile installation. The seat tile should be under and behind the wall tiles, according to proper tile installation procedures. Grout after mortar has set. Retrofit. To install a seat on pre-existing tiled walls, determine the corner location and desired height. Position the seat level by the incorporated bubble vials and mark the tile through the pre-drilled holes. Also at this time, draw a line along the horizontal top edge of the seat for returning the seat to the exact same placement after removal. Drill 3/8 inch holes through the tile on a slight downward angle. Insert the supplied anchors by gently tapping them flush to the tiled surface. Apply adhesive caulk on the sides of the seat that will contact the tile. Also inject a small amount of caulk into the anchor holes. Reposition the seat to the wall using the horizontal line drawn earlier as your guide. And insert the mounting screws through the seat and into the anchors. Shim, if necessary, with supplied shims for out of square walls before tightening screws. Be careful not to over-tighten. Break off excess shims if used and caulk the top and sides of the seat to the tile. Skim coat with latex modified thinset before tiling. MarkE Industries is committed to innovation, quality, and service. Our products have been tested thoroughly and provide the highest level of performance. We continue to design, engineer, and develop tools that are focused on saving installers time and labor. For more information and a list of distributors in your area, visit goofproofshowers.com or contact MarkE Industries at 727-771-9470.